Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to mention our research topic, uh, academic research and happiness among university. University life often seen an exciting barriers filled with opportunity for performance growth and academic achievement. However, students also face various challenges, including heavy workload, experimentation, deadline, and expectation to perform well academically. The variation may include not only academic performance but also student emotional well-being and overall happiness. Before we begin, let's introduce our team. We are one, and here are the members of our group: Nguyễn Thị Thanh Xuân, Nguyễn Hoàng Nam, Nguyễn Trúc Ngân, Võ Huỳnh Phong, and Nguyễn Hoài Thương. In recent years, concerns about student mental health increased significantly. Many students struggle to be balance academic responsibility with social life, personal interest, and self-care. Uh, as the sometimes social media has become information part of student daily routine, bringing both benefit and challenge uh, to the information well-being, the for understanding how academic vision and social media, including happiness, is become increasingly information.
The purpose of this survey is to explore the relationship between academic pressure, social media usage, and student happiness. Specifically, we aim to identify the main academic stressors students experience. Examine how social media affect emotional well-being and understand what factors may help improve happiness among university students. So our surveys were conducted among university students from different academic years. A total of 37 students participated in the survey through an online questionnaire. The collect data provide insight into student experience regarding academic pressure, social media habit, and happiness. So first, we asked respondents about their current academic years. The chart showed that most respondents are third-year students, accounting for 43.2%, followed by second-year students at 32.4%. Fourth year and first year students represent smaller proportion at 13.5% and 10.8%, respectively. Respectively, this indicates that the survey mainly reflects the experience of students who have already adapted to university life and are facing more demanding academic requirements. Next, we ask students to rate their happiness this semester. The larger group of respondents, 37.8%, 100%, described themselves as neutral, while 32.4% report being happy and 18.9% felt very happy. Only 10.8% reports feeling unhappy. This finding suggests that most students experience a moderate level of happiness rather than extreme emotion.
We then ask how many hours students spend studying and completely assignment each day. Most students, 37.8, spend between 2 and 4 hours daily on academic activities. Meanwhile, 24.3% spend 4 to 6 hours and 16.2% study for more than 6 hours per day. This shows that students invest a significant amount of time in their study, which may contribute to stress and affect their overall well-being. 4. Regarding academic stress, more than half of respondents, 54.1%, reported feeling stressed. Sometimes another 32.4% stated that they may often feel stressed. This demonstrates that academic stress is a common experience among university students. When we ask which academic factor affect happiness the most, heavy overload and deadline rank first at 75.7%, TBA and grade pressure flow at 16.6%. Therefore, workload management appears to be one of the most important factors influencing student happiness. We also ask whether academic stress reduces happiness. Nearly 80% of respondents agree or strongly agree with this statement. This strong consensus confirms that academic pressure has a significant negative impact on student emotional well-being. Interestingly, despite academic stress, 73% of students reported being satisfied with their free time. This suggests that many students are still able to balance their academic responsibilities with leisure activity and personal interests. Besides academic workload, social media is also a major factor affecting student time. Let's move on to question 8 to see their social media habits.
Moving on to social media usage, most respondents, about 62.2%, spend between 1 and 3 hours per day on social media. Another 35.1% spend more than 3 hours daily. This indicated that social media occupies a considerable amount of student free time. For the question 9, an overwhelming about 94.6% of respondents reported checking social media before sleep. This suggests that social media has become more deeply integrated into student daily routine. For the question 10, almost half of the respondents, about 48.6%, reported often staying up late because of social media. Another 32.4% say it happens sometime, and this means that more than 81% of students experience sleep disruption due to social media. Question 11. We also found that social comparison is relatively common. The largest proportion of respondents say they sometimes compare themselves with others on social media, accounting for 24.3%. Constant exposure to others' achievements and lifestyles may influence self-esteem and emotional well-being. More than 83% of respondents agree that spending too much time on social media negatively affects emotional well-being. Students appear to be aware of a psychological consequence of excessive social media use. This reveals a massive psychological paradox. Even though students are highly aware of the mental health risks, they still struggle to disconnect their FOMO and late night scrolling habits. For the question 30, approximately two-thirds of respondents believe that reducing screen time would improve their happiness. This highlights the importance of developing healthier digital habits. The high percentage proves that students actively want to change but they lack of the practical self-regulation skills needed to break their digital dependency. For the question 14, when asked about strategies to improve happiness, the most popular solution was talking with friends or family. Outdoor and social activities ranked second. These findings emphasize the importance of social support and active lifestyles. Question 15. Finalists we asked which factor affect happiness more. More than half of respondents believe that academic workload and social media affect happiness equally. This suggests that happiness is a multidimensional issue influenced by both academic and digital factors. This equal split confirms that academic stress and digital habits from dangerous a vicious cycle where students use social media escape university pressure only to end up more exhausted the next day.
As a rule, we agree with the finding that academic workload has a significant impact on students' happiness. University students often face deadlines, examinations, and GBI pressure, which can create stress and anxiety. We also agree that excessive social media use can negatively affect mental health through sleep disruptions and social comparisons. However, we believe the impact of social media may be underestimated by some respondents. Since social media is deeply integrated into daily life, its effects may be less noticeable but still substantial in the long term. To conclude our presentation today, let's look at the big picture from our research. Our survey clearly shows that both academic results and social media significantly influence student happiness. On one hand, academic workload, endless deadlines, and high grade expectations are major source of stress that students face every single day. On the other hand, excessive social media use deeply cuts into their sleep quality and harms their emotional well-being. These two factors do not work on alone. They create a campaign way on our student mind. Moving on to a very important key insight from our group, we found that students are generally aware of these challenges. They know that studying too much causes stress and they know that staying up late scrolling on TikTok or Facebook is bad for them. However, as our data provide awareness along the not away leads to healthier habits or better emotional outcomes. There is still a hug gap between knowing what is bad and actually changing our daily digital behavior. So, what can we do to improve student happiness? We have proposed a solution for both sides. First, for the student, it is crucial to develop effective time management skill and maintain healthy study habit to reduce deadline panic. We also highly recommend cutting down on unnecessary screen time, especially before bed, to prioritize quality sleep. Don't forget that talk with family and friends provides incredibly able emotional support when you feel overwhelmed. Secondly, university also play a massive role in this story. We suggest that schools contribute more by offering accessible mental health resources, professional counseling center, and promoting student well-being programs to create a safer, less stressful environment. In the end, happiness is not determined by a single factor, it is shaped by a delicate balance. How we manage our academic responsibilities, our digital lifestyle, and our personal well being. We have these research provide useful insight and encourage a healthier, more balanced lifestyle among all of us. Thank you so much for watching and listening to our video presentation.